literally coming in late. Hello.
That is worth waiting.
Incoming president. Can I join you?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I came for you.
Thank you.
Well,
how are you doing, by the way?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much. So you're here how many times a week?
Oh no, I'm barely here.
Okay.
But I try to, just ease the stress out by golfing sometimes.
Okay.
And I think today is a good day. You caught me on the day that I'm coming here.
I guess so.
Okay,
so thank you for welcoming us. And I guess you're going to teach me a thing or two as well.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you know already, right?
Well, no, I don't. I will tell you something. So this is actually my first time trying golf.
Oh.
As much as I hate to admit it, I've actually enjoyed myself. So maybe I'll be making this a regular thing.
Yeah, it's actually a game you don't play against anyone. You play against yourself.
Yeah, okay.
So it's fun.
I see.
And you always want to go higher.
Yeah. I mean, how long have you been playing golf, by the way?
I've been on and off. It's like I'm supposed to be more of a serious golfer. But since I couldn't get Tiger Woods' job and make his money, I had to concentrate on something else.
Oh, you seem to have your money anyway, so you should be doing fine. But I'd like to see you also hit a ball, so let's see.
I'm going to try. Let's go out there.
Yeah? Okay, great. All right. Here we go. Oops.
Yeah.
Yikes. All right, so like I mentioned, of course, we're hanging out with Nana Kwame Bediako. Many of you know him as Cheddar, and he's declared his intention to run for president of Ghana come December 2024. And many are eager to find out if he can actually pull this surprise on Ghanaians, especially because we've been dealing with a duopoly for the last couple of years in this country. And so there's a lot that we'll be talking about. Recently, by the way, I know you launched, the Save Ghana Fund as well, so we'll get into that.
Yeah.
But first of all, how's it been? I mean, since 7 January till now, how's it been?
It's been great. I mean, look, this whole new force thing, apart from it being a force and being also new in terms of the political industry, it's been a great series.
Yeah?
Yeah, first it was the mask, then it was the deportation, then it was the convention, and then it's going on and on. So basically it's a series. I'm always looking forward to my next headline.
Well, what do you say to people who think that all this is just a ruse, is a joke, and you're not really serious about actually winning?
Well, I mean, people would always not take you serious until it becomes a reality. In life, when you start your journey, people think that you can't make it to your destination. But then when you get there, that's when, you get all the questions.
Exactly.
So, yes, they have the right to think so. But we're serious and we're focused.
Yeah, indeed. And you seem to be getting the youth very interested in your campaign, in your policies as well, especially when it comes to the creation of jobs. I've spoken to a few young people. They're actually considering voting for you. Do you find that surprising that you seem to be appealing to young people more?
I've always been for them. I've always been a youth. So you see, I'm in my 40s and I had a choice. So I'm sort of caught up in between the elders of this country and the youth of this country. But I chose to be with the youth and stand for them because I felt like the people who are much older than me or even a little older than me have already, gone through halfway of their lives.
Yeah.
And the youth needs more. They needed a figure. They needed someone that they can follow, they can look up to. So I chose them, and we've been connected for a long time.
And so far, so good. You're impressed?
Yes, I like what I'm seeing, but it's not just in Ghana; it's everywhere in the world.
Okay.
Senegal, Mali, Argentina, El Salvador.
Yeah.
There many more places to come.
I like that you mentioned Senegal.
Yeah.
Because this is also a very young president who many didn't think was going to be able to pull, that off, but he did. Do you sort of identify with him in the sense that if Senegal can do it, then it means that it's time for a revolution and Ghana is ready for it as well?
See, I wouldn't like to compare Ghana to Senegal.
Why?
One, Ghana is a francophone country. Sorry,
an anglophone.
Anglophone country, and Senegal is a francophone country. The good thing is, the people in Ghana have been used to a particular type of political governance for 4.5 decades. The people in Senegal have been living with the French colonial political regime for just a few decades, less than Ghana. So I think, you know, there's quite a bit of difference in terms of governance.
But do you draw some similarities with the fact that he's also young?
Oh yes,
I mean,
absolutely. I agree with that, and that's why I mentioned them. Yeah, I think that I think the time has come that, you know, young people have to realize that, you know, they need to begin their career in the mid-stage of their life more so than thinking like our past fathers who thought you should be 70 or 80 or 60 before you become richer or you become successful or you become a leader. You know, I think we should start looking at some of the westernized gurus or leaders who started to be a leader at the age of maybe 20 something or 30 something, or even people who have governed their own companies and they've employed over tens of thousands of people at the age of 35.
But young people would also tell you that they're tired of, you know, established, successful businessmen and women telling them, I started my business with a spoon of gari, or, you know, they started from a very humble beginning and, you know, they went through the ropes and got to this point. They actually want you to show them how it's done and not tell them that we started from this point, because it makes it almost unbelievable. You've had a similar situation.
I have. And the sad thing is, you know, no one in this world that is best will show you exactly what they did to become the best. Not even God.
Well,
okay?
yeah.
And people need to learn to understand that if someone is successful, it's not a template that someone can use to replicate what they did.
It's not?
No.
Then why do we have mentors?
Well, you have mentors because they just advise you and they teach you in a certain way. But you can't copy cut exactly what they did to make yourself become like that. If that was the case, we'll have 1,000 Tiger Woods, 1,000 Michael Jackson, and 1,000 Bill Gates. But they're unique.
Yeah.
You know, they just come in one. And you can adapt some qualities of Tiger Woods, some qualities of Bill Gates,
okay,
and then add it, and then you can become Bella Mundi. You know, so that's what it is.
Well, let's not talk too much. I still want to see you hit a ball.
We have a lot to. I think dogs are Faith and Genesis. So after this,
those are their names?
Yeah.
Well, we'll get into all that as well.
We're going for a walk with that. So
okay, are you not going to hit the ball first? Do you have your ball?
I think we should, right?
Yeah, let's see what you can do first of all.
I mean, let's put up some holes.
Okay.
Bag here?
Yes, your bag is on the cart.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Well, I'm inspecting how you're holding this, and
so you kind of.
Yeah, I think you're doing a fantastic job. I'm your teacher for today,
yeah,
even though I just learned it in 2 seconds.
And so no, don't leave it, so I can just try and. I like to just do a first shot without even.
Oh, good shot!
Wow! Wow! This is incredible. And this for someone who barely even comes here. You know, they say golf is, you know, a sport for the rich only.
Well,
is that really true?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it's, you know, it's a sport for people who have found yourself and have decided that I'll make my own choice of living. You know, some people play football because they said that they should do it and lose weight. Or, you know, that's when they have fun with their friends.
Or out of passion.
Yeah, out of passion. But golf is something that you can come and play it alone.
Yeah, but you need a lot of money to play it. So I can bet you, don't you?
No.
You don't? Because I can bet you someone is watching now and saying, so if this man becomes president, is this what he's going to be using our money for, playing golf? What would you say to such a person?
Well, I don't think, first of all, playing golf is to use or to spend so much money to play.
Okay.
Although the golf kit is very expensive, that I must say. The kit can cost from $2,000 and upwards.
Oh, wow.
Okay, but then it can also last you for 10, 15 years. So it's not a bad investment.
It's a good investment, yes.
Okay.
So this is not a one-time try?
I don't like to try way too many times.
Okay.
But, you gotta come here.
Okay, I need to move. All right. Ooh.
I can do again. Another shot.
Okay. The Electoral Commission, you recently petitioned them.
Yeah.
and you were not too happy about the fact that, you know, the time frame for registration was too short. You even cited an example of your own son who's turning 18 in June, who will not be given the chance to register until the next 4 years, 3 years. Now, the Electoral Commission has responded, maybe not directly to you, but as of this afternoon, they've announced that they are extending the registration by 2 days.
2 days?
Yes.
Okay, so first of all, I think that is just a sign of saying, okay, we've heard your plea, or we are responding to your petition. That 48 hours will not make any change. I mean, I think that they can still keep it on 27th June instead of 29th June. Now, here is the difference why I petition.
Okay.
Now, my son is going to be 18 in June. After 27th of May, any young person in Ghana that turns 18 in June does not get the opportunity to register and to be a part of the voting system, which is the democratic governance that controls this country. Anyone that turns 18 in July, anyone that's turned 18 in August, in September, in October, in November, this is literally 6-7 months. Now, my question is, are we going to say that we are going to stop these 18-year-olds from their right to vote and let them wait till they're 22 before they learn something about democracy? I mean, if we're doing this to our nation, imagine if when you were supposed to start kindergarten, was supposed to be 5 years old, and because you didn't turn 5 in September, they said that you have to come back when you're 9 years old. I mean, how would you feel today? And can you imagine the difference of what you would have missed learning about something that empowers everything around you? You know, the future of our lives is not just going to be the degrees that we're going to acquire from school, neither the friends that we have, but also the leaders that are going to lead us into our future and protect us. So I think it's important that we consider, you know, really educating people about democracy. And in this case, we're missing the point.
So you think that it should be an all-year affair?
Well, when I checked England, it's an all-year affair until it's a week or 2 weeks before election. When you check America, it's the same. Even Nigeria, that we probably say that, oh, these guys are wild and they're this, they have 4 or 5 months.
But don't they have a more advanced system to check the errors? And I'm saying that because, I mean, look at first day, second day of voters registration. We had issues with our BVR and BVDs. You know, there was, you know, intermittent power outages. We didn't have the generators to even manage the situation.
It's because we changed the system. I mean, look, in 2016, we had 26,000 polling centers, and that's where we did the registration. By 2020, we couldn't use the 26,000 anymore, so we had to increase it to 33,000. That 33,000, if you average the population of this country, which is 33 million, it means 1,000 per poll. Okay? How come by 2024, when there is no COVID, there are no national disasters, there are no issues whatsoever in this country, we will reduce it drastically from 33,000 to 253, because now we're saying that we're doing something for young something voters and this and that and that. But these 253 spaces where they have 4 tables to enroll, to register these people for the next 20 days. 20 days.
Well, now 22.
Well, 22 days. So obviously you do the maps, right? It takes about 15 to 20 minutes to register one person. That is if the lights and everything is on. Okay? So in an hour, you can register 3 people. Okay? 3 people, when you times that 3 people by 8, which is the hours for the day, working day, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is 3 by 8 is 24 people. 24 by 253.
Yeah.
That is going to be about 6,000 something people a day, or 7,000, really. But if it's times 4, as they say, in one space of the 253, then it's going to be about 40,000 a day, or 30,000 a day. So that gives them the number 630 something thousand that they're talking about. If they're having problems to register 620 something thousand people today, as efficient as we're supposed to be in a country like Ghana, then that means we have a big problem. Because if they were really supposed to open the entire space and decide to register the millions of people that we have, then it's going to be chaotic because 600 and something thousand is probably 6 to 10% of what we're expecting. Remember what happened, right? In 2020, all the people that registered to vote are the only people that are in the system now. Anyone that had a voting registration card in 2016, 2012, 2008, it does not exist. They have to register again. But guess what? You only have one day to do that, which is the 30th of May. I really think that EC should reconsider, giving the people the room and the flexibility to have this, because it can cause problems for us later. Especially when a lot of people will go to the voting centers and they're going to tell them that you're not on the system. If only 253 spaces is already giving us problems, then by the time 20-something million people are ready to vote, there's going to be more problems.
Well, I mean,
we should avoid that.
They're just targeting the new voters for now, and they're saying that even that they are looking at 263,000, of such new voters registering.
Can be.
They gave a figure with it, and they said it that even though we're complaining constantly about their processes, they gave a figure in 2020. They exceeded that figure with the same process. So why are we crying foul?
Well, look at this, right? If they're claiming that they only need 200 and something thousand young people to register, look at our population. We're 33 million people. 74.9% is 0 to 45 years.
Yeah.
So that's 3/3 of this country. 3/3 of this country, it's about
I'll leave that for you.
25 million.
Okay.
Okay, roughly 25 point something million.
Let's head that way. I think your ball is somewhere around there. Yeah.
25 point something million. Okay, 250 something thousand people. It's actually 1%. 1% of the nation. If it's 25 million, 10% will be 2.5. So 1% will be 250,000. Are you telling me that out of this 0 to 45 years people who are 20-something million, it's only 250,000 are supposed to register? Okay, that's the numbers. So I play with numbers and I can see that there are way too many. And even if we were to give in a month, 2 or 3, there are going to be millions of kids who are coming within May, ending June, July, August. Why are we taking the chance away from them? Because then they have to wait for another 4 years. 4 years. By that 4 years, they would probably be looking for jobs. They would have finished universities, looking for job, and then they say, I'm living in the wrong country, the governance is poor, I don't understand democracy, and then it will be enforced on them again, go and vote. That's my problem.
Okay.
They're also going to eat after they eat.
Okay, I'm out of bounds. You wanna try?
Well, after you, yes, I will try.
Good shot.
Wow.
Okay. So
That was
maybe
beautiful.
when we get there.
Well, I think he's going to give me a ball.
Yeah.
Yes.
Help you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so you got it right.
I think so.
Okay.
A Save Ghana Fund.
Interesting.
Interesting one. But I'll let you hit your ball first.
Yeah. Oh, this one.
So what, do you have to
So
change?
these are numbers, right? This is 5, and this is 8. You are punishing me with 5. You know I'm not good at it.
Why did I get
good.
7?
7 is my favorite. In fact, let me use 7.
Is it? What makes it your favorite?
Okay, so some of them is gonna hit very high. Some of them is gonna go far, and some of them is not gonna go very far.
Oh.
But yeah.
So 7 will go far and high?
Yeah, 7 can do high, right? But what did you give me now? 8? Do you want me to just? I want to buy time to get there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me just read a few comments, and I saved some of these just to let you understand what some people are thinking. I mean, there are some who said it was a great idea to launch something like this, but there are others who think that this is actually a Ponzi scheme. Now, I'll read one. Says that you're feeding tigers with a full cow every 2 weeks. When I can't even afford tolobifi for Angwamo, I should start give you my 100 Ghana cedis. Hey, krachi aden ebdi and kalabule asem inso no. Which is what someone said. And another one said, Num 2, you all shouldn't be deceived. He doesn't have to be president to help the youth. These are what people are thinking.
Okay.
I've heard other people also say that this is just a ploy to start your own Ponzi scheme, and so they don't believe in it.
Okay.
What do you say to such people?
Well, first of all, $10 million, or sorry, $8 million is 100 million.
Yeah.
Okay, it's quite a lot of money, but I've spent that same money just to buy me a house in LA. Just to buy me a house. I've worked hard to gain some money to invest hundreds of millions in dollars in the country that I'm from. So if Ghanaians would think that I need their money to make a Ponzi scheme to become rich, then I think it's ignorance. It's just people, because some people will say what they like, some people would also think that is this, is that. The point that I'm trying to make here is that I have left it very transparent. And I'm also not saying that is forced. Nobody is forced to. If you want to, you can donate. But if you don't want to, no one is forced.
But how have you left it transparent?
So it's *887*,
Okay.
2024#.